Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So Texas A&M's offense trots out there to open this game. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 6. From crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the right side. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to throw. It's Weigman. Throws it to the right. He pulls it in for a big gain. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
He hands it to the back. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. They'll have to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Quarterback drops back. And they've got him again. That ferocious pass rush, back-to-back sacks.
They just felt that one coming. 3rd down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
The Aggies bring their punt team onto the field. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So USF's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw. It's Brown. Caught quickly. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
He'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It was a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Hand off to the single back. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Porter. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. The Bulls will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. The pass rush closing in. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Bulls will line up on 1st and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the back gets the football. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. The field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Play action here on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Owens. That picks up a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 39. And the Aggies will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. He gets the 1st down in the process.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Owens. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They're going to run it here. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. It's nearly picked off. He couldn't hold on to it. Don't expect that from such a reliable defender. Brings up 4th down, though. The Aggies will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They lose yards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 16. To throw, it's Brown. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down to the 28, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. When he gets it down to the tight end, you can see what he can do after the catch.
Caught in the backfield. It's Porter. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. The USF has the lead here, Kurt. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship. Through 1 quarter, let's check out the game summary. Well, they flipped into the field. We're set for the 2nd quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
It's a quick grab. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
That's another huge game for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. And boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now. Away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. A change of direction. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. And the Aggies will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down. A solid run, good for first down yardage.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Try and muscle for the first down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The Aggies will have to kick it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. He'll hand it off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to pass. It's Brown. Caught in the flat by the running back.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the right side. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, USF. Strong game by this quarterback.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down. Throws it away. And now 4th down coming up. Now the Aggies will send their punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking to pass. It's Brown. Finds his man. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
1st down here for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Porter. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, this guy is having some kind of day. That's another catch for him. And this time out of the slot, he picks up the 1st down.
The Bulls lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
With the catch, it's Porter. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Bulls move into the red zone. Looking to throw it from the red zone. That pass is caught. Touchdown, Bulls. This quarterback on fire today.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half.
False start.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looking for some space. It's Owens. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Important second down play coming up. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
The Aggies will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. The USF offense is back out there now. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Back to throw. It's Brown. Checks this down to the running back. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this... They could have a big day, but I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss, just having one of those dream performances.
And now from the pistol formation. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
And now the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
On 1st down, it's play action. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Looking downfield, it's Weigman. QB to the tight end for a completion. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal upcoming. There's the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, A&M. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And he doesn't make it. The defense holds him there. Still a 3-score game. The lead at 18. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
On the run, he'll let it go. And he's got it. We stop him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Here's the handoff. Powers through.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
The Bulls pick up enough yardage to get a first down. The back's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Back to throw. It's Brown. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
The Bulls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Running back has it on a screen now. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, the execution here on the screen pass was okay by the offense. The defense just almost anticipating the screen. He had nowhere to go.
Second down after that previous play. And they'll give it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he released it. And he pulls in the catch. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that will be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
The USF has the lead here, Kirk. So 3 quarters complete in this battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Snags the quick throw. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Ball handed off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down. Touchdown, South Florida. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. Can you imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
They'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Texas A&M getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
To the air, it's Weidman. Quick throw, testing the middle. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
The extra point is good, but they still trail 31-13. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. The USF offense back on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Oh, it's a reverse. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Hey, I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. I used the stiff arm there. Defense wasn't buying it to get him down for just a short gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
2nd down after that completion. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. It's a short return to make the tackle at 25, but what a play for this defense.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. And the Aggies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Weigman. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Aggies. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, A&M. Still plenty of life left. Here we go. National championship game, 4th quarter. 1 possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Turner looking to make a play here. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
There he is. Finally, he's able to get on track and pick up some big yards here in the 4th quarter. It has been a relatively quiet game for him. The defense has done a nice job of bottling him up, but not there. He finally shows what he's capable of doing when he gets out in space and can show you that speed.
Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Ball handed off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Can he get there on the ground? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Bulls will bring their punt team on the field now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. And the defense make adjustments here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
With the catch, it's Williams. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, just like this in a fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. The clock is stopped.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Bringing pressure. There's no one to throw to there on third down. And now it's a fourth down coming up.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that third down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Scanning the field. It's Weigman. Running back grabs it on the screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made on the left side. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And the defense calling time here with 26 seconds to play. This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. From the shotgun, drops back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Boy, this guy knows what to do with the ball when it's in his hands. Nice job of catching it, and then the run into the end zone to give them the 1-point lead. Now, under 2 minutes to go in the national title, 4th quarter, pretty obvious. You got to go for 2 to give yourself potentially the 3-point lead.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here's the fair catch by the return man. The USF offense is back out there now. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? Pulls it in. It's Smith. And it's good for a first down to the 36. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense just takes a knee here. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, they fall a little bit short at the final hurdle. It's small consolation, but they really had an excellent season. A lot to be proud of. Just couldn't get the job done here today.
Chris, that's really well said. And while I know we're going to have plenty of time over the next few weeks and months to focus on the champs, it's not easy to get to this point. While I know it's tough in that other locker room right now, I have a feeling they're going to be back. For now, however, let's enjoy the celebration of the national champs.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies.